Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing another cigar from Gary Griffith and the House of Emilio. Gary has traveled around and found some of the neatest boutique cigar manufacturers and combined them under the cloak of the House of Emilio brands. And this is another one. I had one of these cigars a week or so ago, and it was just, in a word, amazing. This is the Ezra Zion, and this is the Tantrum. Yes, it is a small cigar. It is 4.44 by 44. It's all about the fours. There you see a close-up of the band and the word Tantrum. This is an all Nicaraguan Puro. It uses grade AA Nicaraguan tobacco, aged 5 to 7 years for the binder and filler, and the wrapper is a limited 1999 Cuban seed Corojo wrapper. The all Nicaraguan. Now, if you look at it, oh, one other thing, this is extremely limited in production. Only 1,500 boxes of this cigar were made. And there are 28 cigars to each box. So 1,500 boxes, 28 cigars, not that many. For a small cigar, it is on the upper end price-wise, about $9.50, $9.75 a stick. So limited release, all Nicaraguan Puro. It's just made out to be a firecracker. So let's see if it's just as good as its small size would indicate. Power-packed little firecracker? We'll see. Now the Ezra Zion does come in several other blends, and each blend, individual name, has its own sizes. The Tantrum, however, comes in this size only. That's it, with this special blend. So now let's get started. Let's remove this little band at the foot. It came off nicely. We'll see that again later. Tantrum. Now let's just take off. For a small cigar, this really did smoke a lot longer than you would think. I want to take off just as little as I can. Oh yeah, I like it when I take off the minimum and I get a great draw. Look at that. All right, let's get our clock set up. Let's see how long this does take us. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, we've got our stopwatch going now. We're ready to roll. Right out of the gate, there's a nice sweet cedar with a few roasted nut flavors, quite a bit of black pepper. There's a nice sort of a light nutmeg note there. Black pepper at an 8. I just wanted to bring out the fact that right away you get a lot of roasted nut flavors and very sweet cedar. This cigar will transition, but I want it to settle down. As you can see, we just started, and smoke it slowly to get the most time out of it and the best flavors. So that being said, I'll be right back. Well, maybe a ½ inch in. I doubt it's even that much. But the pepper is now transitioned almost immediately from a black pepper. Now it's a red pepper. There is a nice, sweet, thick cedar and nutmeg combination with those roasted nuts quite prevalent. The pepper is still good. The finish is a nice toasted cream with some nice lingering pepper. It's funny, the lingering pepper feels like a black pepper. The front end pepper tastes like a red pepper. How do they do that? All right. I would call the cigar the upper end of medium, just before medium to full bodied. So that very well may change. But the Ezra Tantrum is a little powerful firecracker, just as I suspected it would be. And it is starting out nicely. Now I guess we're a legitimate inch in. And the roasted nuts have become quite faint. But you cannot get away from the very sweet, rich cedar and nutmeg combination. Pepper is still very good. It's just, oh, the lingering pepper as I speak to you right now feels amazing on the palate. That's amazing if you like a nice tingly black pepper. There's really a base there that it almost acts like a coffee base. It is a lower register of a flavor, which I would just attribute to a coffee. It has a little bit of a coffee, just straight black coffee, not overly strong, but it's just a nice base. But the cigar is just so sweet, and the pepper, the differences in the peppers are amazing. One local shop here in near me carries House of Emilio cigars, and these are available. So they're not hidden, they're out there. But with the limited amount of them out there, of this particular size, you need to try them or grab them up soon, because when they're gone, they're gone. But I've got this one, and it's going along very nicely. Well, I'm a legitimate inch and a half or so in. As you can see, the ash is really drooping, has not fallen yet. The flavors are now evening out. There are those roasted nut flavors that are back now, but they're just evenly matched with the very sweet cedar, the nutmeg, the coffee, and the roasted nuts. They're all very even, very smooth. The finish now is getting very close to what I would call a graham cracker type taste. You still have the lingering pepper, which is just ticked down a notch, but still quite pleasing. And the cigar has moved from close to medium to full to a little over medium to full. We are approaching full bodied now. So the cigar is really settling down into a nice, nice smoke. Well, we're about 45 minutes in, only about an inch and a half or so left. The nutmeg notes have tailed off. The sweet cedar is still quite prominent, and there's a little, or actually quite a bit of charred oak directly attached to that sweet cedar. I would still call the coffee the base. The pepper seems to be transitioning now over to a black pepper on the front end. The finish is still one of a graham cracker type flavor, and the lingering pepper is also tailed off a little bit, but it's still very nice. Definitely the cigar is full bodied at this point. So who would have thought we would got 45 minutes out of this cigar, and we're not done yet. And so it is quite slow burning. As you can see, the burn is very even, and I'm smoking it slowly to achieve that. But very good cigar so far. Anxious to see how we end up, and we're not far away. Well, I'm pretty much forced into saying we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. I'm about to burn my fingers. So let's wrap it up. Got about 52 minutes out of this cigar. Pretty good for such a short cigar, 4.44 and a 44 ring. Slightly box pressed. Okay, here at the end, let's sum it up. Here at the end, you have still have the very sweet cedar. Has a touch of richness to it, but very sweet, almost a brown sugar sweetness. You had the charred oak notes. In the previous segment, I told you the pepper seemed to be switching over to a black pepper. Honestly, I can get black and red pepper notes at this point on the front end. Nice little coffee base, light coffee. Finish ended up with that graham cracker type flavor, the red pepper or the black pepper finish on the finish, and the cigar ended up medium, full-bodied. Just a spectacularly good cigar. Ezra Zion Tantrum has just been totally impressive and worthy of the other cigars that it's going to be ranked in there with, in my opinion. If you check my list and what I have, I'm rating this cigar at 93. And if you look back at my reviews this year, other cigars that have hit a 93, this is every bit as good. Just so very tiny and short. It's just a little firecracker. It's just everything's just packed in there so nicely. It has great flavor. So there you have it. Nothing bad at all to say, except it's just not long enough for me. I wish it was longer. I wish they had another size that with the same blend a little longer, but definitely nice full-bodied powerhouse Nicaraguan. There you have it. The Ezra Zion Tantrum 93. Go get them now. Find them. Do whatever you have to do, but you have to try this cigar.